Hey dudes and dudettes, it's Michael Eaton with Two Dudes Review, here to give you my retro review on Casper. Now, just want to give you guys a little bit of heads up. I'm going to do one more of these before the end of October, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. It's going to be a surprise. Now, on to the film. I remember watching this a few times with my cousin when I was at my aunt's house, and it didn't really stick with me when I was younger until I watched one of the prequels, Casper Meets Wendy. And I'm not ashamed to admit, I've seen that more than once. I mean, I was young, I liked ghosts, and, I was a ghost for Halloween, so I'm not ashamed to admit it. And going back to watch this, it's not great, but it's not awful either. Now, I was going to give you guys the main setup here is basically a therapist and his daughter move into this haunted mansion where the therapist is trying to look for his dead wife, who he believes is a spirit, and they happen to come across Casper the Friendly Ghost, as well as the ghostly trio, Fatso, Stinky, and Stretch. Now, basically not a lot happens in this, and yet a lot happens in this. There's stuff with, turning ghosts into humans, and finding the treasure chest, and, there's a little bit of a romance between Christina Ricci's character and Casper the Ghost, and, there's a lot in this film, and, I'll give them credit. It's not the worst. I've seen ghost stories that are far worse than this, but, it's for kids. It was the mid-90s, and, back then, not many people tried with kids' films. Nobody even thought to attempt, and I'm surprised, looking back at it, I'm surprised they did it as well as they did with a character like Casper the Friendly Ghost, who is so vanilla and wishy-washy of a character that I'm surprised that became a hit. And look, if you like this film, I'm not saying it's exactly my thing, but if you like it, have at it. More power to you. Enjoy it. And it's just, I'm not saying it's bad, but I just think there are better ghost stories than this. I've seen Casper Meets Wendy more times than I watched the original Casper, and it's just not my cup of tea. I liked Halloween films for kids when I was younger, and this is one I watched every now and then, but much like, hey Ryan, how you doing, brother? Much like people were obsessing over Hocus Pocus, a lot of people were obsessed over this, and if you like it, more power to you. Enjoy it. Have a great time. Just be aware that there are better scary kids films out there, I know there's a few. Honestly, looking back at it, Hocus Pocus was more entertaining to me than this, and I haven't seen Nightmare Before Christmas yet, but I will get to that at some point down the road. And, there are just more entertaining, scary films for kids than this. But if you like it, if you have the nostalgia for it, and if you grew up on this and you want to experience it again and see how it's changed or how you've changed, enjoy it. Have the time of your life watching it, but just, I'll watch it, but I'll more likely fall asleep. So, anyway, I know that's not the most glowing endorsement for this film, but, trust me, it's not my thing, but if you like it, just enjoy it. Have fun. You own it, and don't let anybody dictate what's good and what's bad, man. Anyway, I'm gonna go on a tangent here. Anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you all so much for sticking with Two Dudes Review for the past almost year now. And you know, things are slowly but surely getting back to normal, and you know, me and Watson will be back together doing these reviews and out there to entertain you all. And just thank you all so much for your patience. I am so sorry that it's been forever since me and Watson have done a video together, but trust me, one's coming, and from that point on it will just get more and more. So yeah, I'm gonna do one more of these before the end of October, and maybe one more early November. And I'm not gonna tell you guys what this next one is, but anyone who grew up in the late 80s, early 90s will definitely recognize this one. So until next time, guys, I'm Michael Eaton of Two Dudes Review. Have a good night.